Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you how to put these hair extensions that you buy from American Girl into your doll's hair. It comes with all three of these, and I believe it is around $12, if not $12, for the purple, blue, and pink. So I recently got these and I was wondering how you put these in, because in the picture it shows it's just like lift, clip, and then brush and you're done. But when I was figuring with these, it's a little different. I feel like I was trying to do it different ways, so I just thought I would show you all how I do it. And it is what they say, but it just makes it, I don't know, sometimes it's easier to see it visually and more in depth than just a picture, so I wanted to do that for you all. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is brush out your doll's hair so that it is nice and straight. And you can use this in curly doll's hair, but it's only a straight piece. And you can curl this if you want. I'm going to show you how to do that at the end, because it is, I'm pretty sure it's the same kind of doll hair. However, it's not permanent, so it's not like the doll's hair that's on here. So if you feel like curling it, then I guess you can. But I'll show you how to do that after I show you how to put it in. So what you're going to do is just find a piece. I recommend doing it on the under layer. So not doing one of these pieces, but doing one closer to her neck, just because that way it blends in more. Once you get the piece of hair, what you're going to do, as I said, is just smooth it out by brushing it and getting all the tangles out. And then you're going to take the clip and open it. So there's a little clip here. You can go like that to close it, like that to open, and just sort of comb it through. Since it has little brushes, just comb it through like that, snap shut. And then I try to do it as far up on the piece of hair as I can, because this doll, even though she has long hair, the extensions are extremely long, which you can cut if you want to, if say your doll's hair isn't that long. But yeah, then what you're going to do is I just sort of take the hair and push it over it a little bit, just so it blends more nicely and you don't see the little silver clip right there. And that's how I do that. Show you it one more time. Let's see, we'll use the blue. Actually, no, we'll use the pink. She's going to have purple and pink hair. So snap it open. Take a piece of hair. Here, I'll do actually this front piece over here. Again, taking a more underneath piece. Put it on the top of the hair, like how I just showed you. You can also do it underneath, so like this. So as you can see, we're going underneath there. Oh, snapping it shut, and that'll help also hide the silver part of the silver clamp. So there you go. I'm actually going to take this up a little bit more so it looks more natural. You can start it down way half through the thing, but as I'm doing now, I'm just doing it as close to the scalp as I can, just to make it look more natural. But if you don't want it to look natural, then totally do just however you want. But that is how I put in the extensions. Now I'm going to show you how to curl this if you have a curly hair doll. So if your doll has curly hair and you bought these extensions and you want it to work for her hair and not just be a straight extension in your doll's curly hair, because that can look a little weird, then all you're going to need to do is take your curling iron. And precaution, if you are younger, then definitely get your parents, moms, older parental guidance to help you, because this is very dangerous, can be very hot, could start a fire. So just make sure that you have parental supervision around, or your parent is doing it for you, or supervisor. So I'm just taking my 1-inch Hot Tools curling iron. Any curling iron that you have will do. Just you want to make sure that if it has a heat setting, that you put it to the lowest heat setting. Mine actually isn't that low. It's only 280 degrees is the lowest, but it'll work. So the reason we can curl this and not really curl your doll's hair, well, you can curl your doll's hair if you want, it just may not be the best for it, is because even though this is like the same material, it is not permanently on your doll. So just like say you curl a piece of your doll's hair and it gets messed up, then it's going to be a lot harder to replace your doll's head of hair than this extension, which you can keep buying lots of, but you can't buy lots of doll's hair to replace, like wigs and things. It's a lot harder. So what we're going to do is, once this gets to as hot as it needs to be, what you're going to do, again being very careful, is brushing this out just to make it smooth. so that the curling iron will adhere. And it'll also help if you know which way the curl on your doll's hair is going, and then you're going to curl it that way. I'm not doing this for a specific doll, but it's okay. Just do it the best you can because your doll's hair may go different ways. So you're just going to curl it like you regularly would. I like starting in the middle. Being careful, since the clamp is hard, you don't want to crease the thing, to crease the hair. So I just wrap it around and then I lightly go through like this, not clamping down all the way because it's very easy to get a crease, which has happened to me when I was testing this out. So be very gentle, wrapping it around to get the desired curl. And the bigger the barrel, the bigger the curl is going to be. So just if your doll has tight little ringlets, you may want to get a really tiny curling iron. But since I'm going to be probably putting this on Sage, she has about 1-inch curl, so I'm using a 1-inch curling iron. I hope that didn't crease. And it didn't. So there we go. We got a nice curl going on. I'm also going to curl the top a little since I didn't do that very well. So, you know, you may try and there may be error, but if you want to get the curl out, instead of going over it with a flat iron, as you can see I did this already a little, you're just going to take your brush and gently brush it. It can get a little frizzy and still may have some of the curl in it. But again, you can take your flat iron, but to save from doing more heat, I'm just going to spritz it with a little bit of water. And then start brushing it. Very wet now, but that's okay, it'll dry. And as you can see, the ends are really fried from the heat of our curling iron since we curled it. What I'm going to do is cut it. So just use it using the method I will show you to cut it, how to cut your hair. So say your doll has shorter hair, a lot of my dolls do, and this just isn't, it just looks weird because I want it to be the same length as all the others. And also say you use the curling method and it got ruined at the bottom or something and you don't want it to be fried looking like that. I'm going to show you how to trim your doll's little wig piece so that it looks better. So what you're going to do is, I already did this from before to get the curl out, but you're just going to want to spritz it with water wherever, especially at the bottom where you're going to cut. And then brush through it with your wire bristled brush until it gets pretty wet so it separates a little. So just like when you get your hair cut, it's easier to cut hair if it's wet, so that's why we dampened it. Then you're going to need some scissors. You can cut straight across or at an angle. Say you want it to be, if your doll has layered hair, then you can do that. Is I am just going to be cutting straight across above where there's all that damage down there, and to just make it a little bit shorter. So I'm going a little bit across. And I went at an angle a little bit, so I'm going, and I don't want that, so I'm going to just cut straight across right there. And as you can see, it is now shorter. And then to do this, the water will just come naturally out dry, but to help a little bit, you can always just rub it with a towel. But it'll just dry naturally and you won't get that wet look. And then you can apply it to your doll's hair like that.